Hello, my name is Rasmussen, and this is a behind the scenes, a recap, and a what I learned from making the Rasmussen Family Travel videos. So here's a picture of what my setup looked like when I was recording most of my videos. In my second video, I actually recorded further back with the camera further away from me, and I turned out to not like it nearly as much. The reason I didn't like it as much was because I felt like I was really far away from the camera in the video, but also because I was so far away, I wasn't stopping my recording every time I messed up, but instead I would just start again and I'd have these long pauses in between takes. And that proved to be really annoying later on when I was trying to get those videos from my phone onto my computer to do the editing, as it was hard to send those files over to my computer with them being so large. So recording the content for my videos actually took a really long time for each episode because not only were the episodes just longer videos in general, but I just kept messing up so much as I was recording. I also kept getting interrupted by things like my cats. Buddy, I'm trying to record a video. Your eating is really loud. But also by loud noises outside and different things like that. It was a big pack of like 20 of these.
I'm literally talking. I'm sorry.
It looked like a boar. There we go.
It's a boar's head.
It was boar's head. You're right. Be quiet. Crazy unique. Ow! Cholula. Ow, he just bit me. With each of my episodes, I kept trying new things. And while some things I did like, there were some things that I tried that I ended up not liking afterwards. And one thing that I learned was that pretty much from the beginning, I kind of already had the right formula for the type of video that I was making and how I wanted it to look. So for my second and third episodes, I actually tried getting some shots outside instead of just in front of this background in my house. I would try different locations, and both times I ended up hating all of the footage that I had taken and ended up deleting all of it and just reshooting all of my footage again, but here in my house in front of this backdrop. So one thing that I learned was that for this video, which is about my travels and focused on the photos and the videos and the story of those travels, it was okay for me as a narrator of these stories to just be standing here in one place. I feel like staying in one location really helps keep the focus on the photos and the stories that I was showing during those videos. I also learned that it's okay for me to stay in one spot right in the center of the camera rather than moving off to one side to show a picture or something. And that's actually something I did a lot in my second episode. I would walk off to the side and point at a direction of where I was going to put the photo in editing. But I ended up finding that that was very limiting and it would cause mistakes. Like, for example, sometimes I wouldn't go far enough and the picture would be huge and it'd be cutting off part of me, or I'd go way too far and the picture was really small and it just overall made it look not as good. So instead, what I did in the first video and in the third video is I stayed in one spot and I would just move the video from left to right in editing to make space for those photos or videos that I was showing. Not only did this look better in my opinion, but it was also significantly easier to deal with. One other important lesson I learned was to check all of my equipment before recording to make sure it's all working as intended. Starting in my second episode, I started using this little microphone because it is really good at isolating just my voice. Something I didn't know until after finishing recording was that throughout all of my recording, there was a little clicking noise that was pretty loud that would happen every once in a while. Before recording my third episode, I checked to figure out what was causing that clicking noise. Turned out the little power button on it is a little jiggly, and even if you shook it up next to your ear, you'd barely be able to hear it. But that noise was inside the microphone, so it turned very loud in the recording. So because of that, I just put a piece of tape over the power button to just hold it in place, not to hold it down, but just to keep it from jiggling, and that solved the problem. I also did learn that using background music does make my videos easier to listen to all the way through. Recording these 3 episodes was a very great learning experience for me, and I'm going to continue to record these videos for my future family to be able to see the adventures that me and my wife had before we had kids. Thank you again, and mahalo.